Howdy, howdy. How is everyone tonight? We're back. We're back. That sounds weird to me and I don't know why. But we are back, in fact. That doesn't sound better. We're gonna continue on. We're back with more Resident Evil 2 original recipe. When last we left off, we left Leon escaping the RPD with Ada by his side into the sewers. But before we get too far into that, let me tell you about my social medias here. We have the TikToks, we have the Instagrams, and we have the Twitters. You can follow me on any one of those to hang out, chat, all that good stuff with me, or I normally write it out beforehand, or I've been very good about it lately, or you can follow me in the Discord, which is in the chat right now. Come hang out, we got some lovely people hanging out there, and you can be one of them. Tell me your thoughts and feelings on things. But what say we just go ahead and get into it? Howdy! Hired. I'm gonna swag out my background. Dude, like, say what you will about green screens, who can deny how awesome it is having a trash can right there? But thank you for the compliment on my setup. I just, for some reason, it really bothers me when my trash can's omnivisible. That's the best place for it. But welcome in. How have you been? We're just about to get started here today. And in case you aren't aware, this game has explicit scenes of both violence and gore. Trash can is the ultimate swag. It's very aesthetic, as the kids say. And my pile of guitar I have right here. No, actually, fun thing about those, the things hanging in my background, which I'll go back to face cam for a better view. Those are actually 3D prints. I printed up both of those from when I played Max Payne and when I played Resident Evil 1. And I also printed that little Thor's hammer up there. But, I mean, if to be really extra about it, can't recommend a 3D printer enough. Ton of fun to play with. But yeah, like, 3D printers are awesome. I have so much random crap around. Actually, I printed one up for when I played Metal Gear Solid as well. But I printed it too small. I didn't resize it before I printed it. So I want to make another one that's actually, like, visible. But as always, if there is any problem with the audio, please let me know and I can switch it on the fly. I'm actually pretty happy with our loadout right now. If I remember correctly, I already went and got that stuff. So I think we can just move on. But how have you been? How'd the rest of your stream go? I had to bow out because of work stuff. Which, actually, while this cutscene's happening, let me give a shout out.
Leon.
No, not to you, Stream Elements.
I have to talk to her.
Yo, can I get a 1 in the chat for Stick? Cheer him on. To cheer on Stick. Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat.
Breaks are usually a good day, part of work.
You got this, Stick, though. Oh wait, I'm a commentator. I'm not supposed to show bias. 2, 2, 3. What? Oh.
But
yo, Keaton, no, no. Why? Why have you done this?
Uh-oh. Gotta watch out for Isabella. Surprising. She's in league with that Tom Nook. But hopefully your break's going well. Like I said, it's usually the best part of the day. Well, second best part of the day. Best part of the day is going home. But I'm sure you can appreciate being on a break. That's a plug-in from Twitch Guru, which I actually found it on another streamer's stream and asked them about it. They pointed me there. Once on the site, though, it was fairly easy to set up. I do wish there was a little bit. Yeah. While I'm in a cutscene, I can have a moment to look it up real quick and post a link to it. But yeah, no, it was actually Twitch. No, not. Oh Lord, not that.
Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist
Twitch
the
Guru.
T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password.
See if I can. Let's see if I can get it before the cutscene's up.
Who are you?
Actually, there's a fairly long cutscene. I got plenty of time.
Is the man responsible for the
But yeah, they have
creation
a
of the T-virus, William Birkin.
that clip right
What?
there. They
John's
actually
dead.
have a
He
plug-in
became one of
for
those
it, and it's
zombies.
free.
My condolences. And although I regret this,
Oh, I appreciate that, and thank you so much for the host.
I won't let anyone.
Hopefully you have a decent rest of your day at work. And thank you for coming by and saying hi. I appreciate
It's
that.
capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is precisely my husband, William.
William?
And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of
And
this would
yet
have
you're
happened if
pointing
I
a
hadn't
gun
tried to steal his
at
research
me.
away from him.
Whose fault it is not?
Where did you get that?
What, my bling?
It looks exactly like the one I gave Sherry.
Yeah.
She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her. Liar! Give it back to me!
Damn, and that's trying to steal jewelry, creating bioweapons. I'm starting to think she's not a very good person.
Too bad.
Oh, good. It's not just ugly people. It's a stick of gum. There's a stick of gum in there. I like how Ada's still wearing it now. She didn't just take the vial and put it in her pocket. She's like, well, this is mine now. No, she's like, oh, I'll keep it in there. That seems like the right place to keep it. So, because I killed the alligator in the first part, there is no alligator to fight in this part.
Ada?
Really, that's her first words, not oh god, my chest? Okay, I woke up on that side, so this is the way I didn't come from. But because I didn't kill because I killed the alligator in the first scenario, there's no alligator to fight in this one. Which, by the way, like, backtrack a little bit, just a little. There's no real need to go any further than this, I believe. Because there's a bunch of items in here. Good. Oh, we can't get in there because it's locked. You need the lockpick as Claire to open that one. Ah, shit. So no items in there for us, but a bunch of green herbs, a little bit of bullets. Not mad about it. But, like I keep running up to saying and not. I wonder. I actually don't know if this will work. Okay, cool. Actually didn't know that would work. But we can go get stuff down there. Ooh, I'm glad I came down here. There should be a zombie right there. Yep. Couple shotgun shells. This is actually a little bit worthwhile. We're just gonna knock him down and run past. That. Okay, no, I don't think there's anything else down here. But that was very worth it to go down there and check. But yeah, like you are rewarded for a little bit of exploration in Resident Evil. And sometimes punished. Admittedly, sometimes you are spanked because you went somewhere. But often not. Often it results in goodies, and now I have 48 Magnum rounds. Which, aside from bosses, I think is actually enough Magnum ammo to finish the game. I could be wrong on that. But I think pretty much, or most regular enemies between me and the end of the game, I think can actually be killed with 48 Magnum rounds. But I digress. Oh, can't go that way. Fan spinning. Who could have thought? What do these goons have for me? A small key. Almost always rewarded with a small key. And a wolf medal. Cool. And some fucking spiders. thought I was out of ammo. Oh, I don't like that I can't see that spider. Oh, I hate their soft little padding. The little paddling of their feet against the, I'm probably poisoned, and it really is not that big of a problem. So, I've said this before, but most Resident Evil games will give you... Yeah, I'm poisoned. Most Resident Evil games will actually give you more than enough, like, ammo and health and whatnot to do what you have to, but it's just not always in the same place always. Oh wow, am I out of... I am. Well. I'm gonna die because of this fucking spider. Okay, cool. Can you imagine the embarrassment of wasting 40 handgun bullets on the spiders and dying? Who would there be egg on my face? Instead, but yeah, there's pretty much any time you get like wounded, like, or not wounded, but like pretty much any time where you get poisoned, somewhere in your immediate area is a blue herb. Resident Evil loves to act like poison status is an actual threat, but, and it might be if you like don't kill whatever poisoned you, but for the most part, like, if you kill the offending monster but get poisoned in the, you know, in the process, you can very easily and almost immediately find a blue herb to heal yourself with. Like, almost immediately. Once again, don't forget to put that ladder back, or that walkway back up. It'll cause problems for you later if you do. So, normally in here, Leon would have to fight an alligator, but because I killed said alligator as Claire, there is no alligator. Leon just has to go through this door. But also makes the end of that last Ada part funny, because she just stops. Like, doesn't move, doesn't do anything, just stops. They didn't replace it with a different enemy. Like, she just stops for some reason.
Leon.
Which I find hilarious.
Wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet.
Now you got shot in the chest, dude.
I'll patch
Like,
you up.
that would make things more difficult. Like, empirically so.
That's two I owe you.
Not empirically,
Don't
that's not
mention
the right
it.
word.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Well, my condolences.
Never
I don't know
mind.
who John is. Oh, right,
Let's just
boyfriend.
get out of here. The sooner the better.
Let's just get out of here. So we had like a freak thunderstorm today, and it got pretty serious. I have this big like shipping container kind of thing that's part of like my office, quote unquote, or my booth. It's where we keep like our filing cabinet and like spare paperwork, equipment, stuff like that. So, but it's also big enough for me to fit my bicycle in, so that it doesn't get wet when it rains, or like, you know, it's not outside if it's real nasty out. Because there are days where it's like, well, it's not going to rain when I'm on my way to work or when I'm on my way home, just in between the two. And I'll ride my bike still. And it started getting so windy. I'm like, oh crap. Like, my bike's heavy. I was actually worried it was going to knock my bike over. So I had to actually take a moment and throw on my goggles and my bandana so that, like, I wouldn't get... By the way, old Resident Evils, if you have the shotgun, enemies aren't... Zombies are not a worry because you can just blow their heads off, like, pretty immediately. So, don't fret. The shotgun in Resident Evil games are still pretty much like, or were pretty much like the best weapon for like regular enemies. And some bosses. But yeah, I actually had to like pull this over my face, crush in sand, and put my goggles on. So that I wouldn't like be covered in dust and get it in my eyes. Because I wear contact lenses, so getting dust in my eye is not great. I still want to know what that thud is. It's never like canonically said or like anything what that thud is. And it has boggled my mind for years. Oh, no shelf goodies? What the hell, game? Oh, the cable car's not here. So yeah, another fun little B scenario thing. Plus, Claire and Sherry already rode the cable car through. It's not there, so we have to call it back. Like that, the B scenario in this is still one of the most impressive things about this game. The fact that, like, what you did in the first, like, scenario alters what happens in the second. I think that's so clever. Like, oh! I got it to work. So, if you shoot at the camera as Leon, and it works best with a shotgun, I think you can also do it as Claire, but I'm not sure. You can shoot the camera, and there's little breaks in the camera from it. I'm actually hoping to get rid of the ammo that I currently have in my shotgun, because in a moment, I'm going to get a free load of shotgun shells. Assuming, yes, I do have the spots. That valve handle is a pain in the ass. You gotta remember to bring that valve handle with you to the sewers. But after you use it, you can't discard it. Oh, look, here's that thing. Remember I said, oh, if you're Claire, you have to bring the, you know, gotta remember to bring a lighter with you, and I didn't. Because it lights this up, and, oh, look, a twinkle. That flare gun lights up where this key is. Now, if you know where the key is, you can just walk over and grab it. Like, it isn't like it doesn't exist, and, you know, you gotta wait. It's actually pretty fair about, like, if you know it's there, you know it's there. You can just grab it. Come here. There you go. Now, excuse me. Ooh, I got two of them with that one. So this is why I'm not too concerned about my ammo right now. I got custom shotgun parts. And if you remember what I said when I got the custom handgun parts, you know that by adding the parts, you get a free load of ammunition. So always combine the parts when you're on empty. Get those sweet, sweet free bullets. Come on. Now, real quick, we're gonna combine that. And now we have the custom shotgun. Full-size semi-automatic, longer barrel for a more concentrated blast. And when they say more concentrated, they mean it. Like, look at the amount of damage that does to the zombies. Like, that just deletes, like, 2/3 of their torso. And it'll also knock Leon back. That blue herb, I can leave that for the moment. Come on, Ada. We got people to see. Once again, weird cutscene, but I'll allow it.
We finally arrived. There must be something hidden here.
Yes. The time-old, investigatory method of, I don't know, just press some buttons. Alright, I gotta dump off all of these items that I don't need into the box. Starting with this. You can go off to the Phantom Zone. You can go up here. You and you. And I don't think we'll be needing our empty pistol for the moment. But I am gonna grab Resident Evil 2, very cool. Just say hello real quick. I go to bed. It's now 6 in the morning. Good for Gruely, thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope you sleep well. 6 in the morning, I fully understand. Don't worry about it, buddy. But thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being you. In fact, because I love doing it so much, let's give a quick shout out to Gruely, who often plays Apex and is very good at it. Like, I played with them not too long ago. They were carrying me in Apex. Like, I am so bad at that game. But they were playing Skyrim apparently recently. Ooh, special edition. How luxurious. But go and hang out with Gruely sometime when they're on. They are awesome. Ooh, man, I have a good amount of Magnum ammo. I mean, good. There's hidden ammo back here. There it is. Haha, Tony, I have your arms. And a map. So, because Claire took the little train elevator thing down, we have to go out onto this walkway that really doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, I assume this slots into the wall in some way. Or collapses. I can't really tell. Because there's a, like, strut thing that runs down there, and I don't know how that works with that. Oh, look. The camera. Good to know. Oh no. Mr. X. He's just walking menacingly And a very dapper, like, very nice coat. Sorry for the flashing lights if you're sensitive, by the way. So yeah, Mr. X has cornered us in here. And 4 shotgun shells will put him down. I love the custom shotgun. I swear there was ammo in there. But I could be mistaken. And he's rewarded us with shotgun shells. More than 4. But we have a key. Let's go back and check on Ada. No, but really, where does this walkway go? Like, does it flatten down and just into the wall flat? Like, I want to know. Never been real clear on that one. Yeah, don't worry, Ada, let me do it.
Come on, let's go.
Well, we're not gonna go just yet. I'm gonna actually take this out, combine them, because why have ammo just separate from an empty gun? And what else do I want? I'm gonna take out one of these to heal me after that hit X gave me, and just to be safe, bring a Magnum. Throw a quick save on there. The factory. And get rid of our ink ribbons this time, because I forgot last time. Alright, come on, Ada. Let's go get into some trouble. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. Like, the atmosphere and the way that they kind of... the way things happen and the way they pace is so nice in these games. Like, they do such a good job of building on what they are. And there's also a soul here because it doesn't take itself seriously. Yeah. Like, ooh, this cutscene did not age well. Like, they did such a good job of really taking care to, like, have this game not take itself too seriously, but have its own weight and gravitas.
Ada!
Like,
Ada!
they do such a
Can you
good
hear me?
job.
Come on, snap out of it.
Like, there's a reason why 20-something years later, this is still my favorite video game. Like, hands down, bar none, like 100%, Resident Evil 2 is the end-all be-all my favorite video game. Because it's such a well-crafted game. Oh no, the door locked behind me. I'm sure they wouldn't give us 2 boss fights in the same place. I'm sure that's not a thing. Oh, great. Why he got cakes like that, though? God damn it, they gave us 2 boss fights in the same place. And him with his weird penis head. Nope. Run away, Leon! Oh god, I never did heal, did I? But today's games just want more and more, but... yeah, like... oh lord, geometry. Run, Leon! Let's say we use a little heavier firepower on this. Oh no, he's right there. Oh no. How? Game. I forgot he jumps around this much. Okay, I think I beat him. Okay. Games today just want more and more, but also losing a little bit every time. Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between... Back here, you had to, like, in 1998, if you built a video game, you had to imply things. Because you couldn't explicitly show certain things, because they just... To a point, yeah. I would say AAA gaming, 100%. AAA gaming, absolutely. But we have an indie market now. Like, back then, there wasn't an indie market, really. Like, there were very few indie games. They were very deliberate when there were. But if you want actual creativity, you had to... Like, you have to go to indie now. That being said... There are companies, like, lately I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 in my free time, and, like, that game I think is a work of art. Like, the story of that is one of the most well thought out and well written and touching stories I've ever seen in media, not even just a video game.
So just rest here in the meantime.
Like, that story arc.
I'll only slow you down.
Hits me in the feels.
Go.
You know?
Is it just me, or does everybody always ignore what I say?
Well, you're kind of a bitch,
It's
Leon.
my job to look after you.
But yeah, like,
Be in danger.
whereas nowadays, like, you can get really good games in AAA studios. The problem is the ones that are always really popular are microtransaction-ridden games by, like, Ubisoft or EA or... Activision. Like,
leaving this place together.
We get these horrible games like the Avengers game. Making an Avengers video game should be fairly straightforward. Like, it should not require much forethought to make an Avengers game. Yeah, and The Witcher, well, the reason why I don't say The Witcher, and I'll often omit The Witcher, I didn't play it. But I'll often admit The Witcher because it's based on a series of books. So, like, they are taking literal literature and converting it into a video game. So, that's more adaptive media, which is its whole thing. But I'll agree with you wholeheartedly on things like BioShock, Metro, Mass Effect, Stalker, and Fallout. Fallout a little less so, because fuck Bethesda. Hard firm line. Fuck Bethesda. Leon came in like a wrecking ball. Man, I hope that isn't the elevator. Witcher 3 is not beatable yet. So, as a person who isn't into the Witcher games, like, I don't quite understand. Can you elaborate? It might be. And that's the thing, like, as much as I am firmly in the camp of fuck Bethesda, I enjoy Bethesda games. Like, I have 200 or so hours on Skyrim. Like, I loved Fallout, or Fallout series. I really, really, really like the stuff that the smaller studios who Bethesda owns make, like what they make. Particularly, why am I blanking? Oh, particularly things made by, like, id, like Doom and, well, particularly Doom and the Evil Within. Or no, Evil Within wasn't id. But it was published under Bethesda. But you get my drift. Like, the new Starfield, though, could be very good. I'll wait for it to come out. Like, Bethesda's burned the buy it day one sight unseen. They've burned that. By releasing games that are broken. Because I think Bethesda's one of the worst about it. Like, they'll make these open world games where you get the dragons flying backwards asshole first. Like, bro, put out the game when it's complete, not when Todd Howard says so. Because the story, details of the world itself, dialogue, funny parts, and the question in the game. No game reaches quality yet, in my opinion. Oh, okay. You mean it? I thought you meant the game itself was unbeatable. That's my bad. I misunderstood. Yeah, I mean, everybody. It's one of those things where everybody's gonna have their own answer to that question. Like, for me personally, the world of Red Dead Redemption 2 feels like a real world to me. Like, I understand how the intricacies of the states work. I understand how the NPCs go about their day and what they do. And that all feels very legit. And yeah, it's a computer program, so obviously I can break the programming. But, yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, while I like fantasy, I'm not a big fantasy guy, so that's often a hard sell for me. But I definitely get other people's enjoyment of it. 100% fully understandable. Investigative report on the P Epsilon gas. This report demands immediate attention. The P Epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all known BOWs, bioorganic weapons. As such, it has been designated for emergency uses in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during the prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P Epsilon gas has proven to weaken BMW's Christ. BOW's cellular function, however, prolonged or repeated exposures. Good night. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. We need the special gas to stop the BMWs. However, prolonged and repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P Epsilon gas as a source of nutrition and use the toxins I read that line twice. Let's not go for a hat trick. Extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of the P Epsilon gas should be severely limited to extreme cases only. We strongly recommend the authority to reevaluate the P Epsilon gas development system. We would like this reevaluation to take place immediately. Second R&D room, security team. Does the zombie have bullets? No, you don't have bullets. What's even the point of you? Oh, bullets. So have y'all heard this bullshit BMW's pulling? Like, BMW is charging a subscription service for parts of the car that are already built in. So, like, the cars come pre-built with all of the mechanical equipment for heated seats. Pretty sure that liquor was trying to walk backwards at me. Yeah, did you not hear about this? It's wild. BMW is literally trying to have an $18 a month subscription so that you can unlock parts of your car that you bought if you didn't order it with that option already. So instead of making the option standard on the car, they're trying to charge you a subscription service for it. So, like, if you buy a brand new car, you can determine what options. I don't know if anybody listening to this has had the opportunity to buy a brand new car, but when you do, you're often given, like, oh, you can order it with, you know, an AM/FM radio. Yes. And to be fair, there are far worse versions of this. Oh, the door's locked. Oh, that's far. You kind of are hitting the nail on the head. There's a company that makes a vest for motorcycling that when you move away from your bike, there's a little ripcord that you have attached to, like, your handlebars that inflates the vest like an airbag to protect your mushy human bitch. There's a company out there where they have that as a subscription model, where you pay X amount of dollars a month for your life-saving safety vest to work on your motorcycle. So you could be riding down the road on your motorcycle, maybe auto bill just fucked up that month, and now all of a sudden your insides are liquid. Like, that is a real horror that could happen to somebody. Or I think there was another car company had an airbag system similar to that. Like the entire notion of something like that being a subscription model is so horrible. But yeah, no, that's like a real thing. That's some like horrible late stage capitalism bullshit. Like, that is horrifying though. But BMW, yeah, no, at this point it's just like, oh, yeah, that tracks. Actually, yeah, no, I 100% agree with you on that. Nowadays it is very... Where are your clothes at? God, I love the custom shotgun. Like, it's so good. Oh, there's actually going to be a good angle to show it. Leon gets knocked back. Oh, I guess if you're aiming up, he doesn't do it. Leon gets knocked back by the shotgun whenever you fire. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's just like, how? Like, I bought the car with this built into it. Because apparently, like, their reasoning is like, oh, if you buy the car without heated seats and then decide you want them, you can get on the subscription model. 8 is gone. You can get on the subscription model and get heated seats in your car that you didn't order with it because it already came with them built in. You just have to unlock the feature. Which feels particularly scummy rather than... Because I get, like... So we can't go in that security room because Sherry's in there. And we don't have the master key yet. But on the... Oh, never mind, we do. This is me trying to remember if I'm going the right way all of a sudden. Like, it just bugs me because rather than make that a standard feature, because that's kind of what happened with power windows. Like, you notice how, like, every car has power windows nowadays? Like, it's actually harder to find new cars that don't have power windows where you actually have to roll it down. Because rather than making two mechanisms and putting them both in a car, which is more expensive on the manufacturer end, they just go, oh, well, now it's just a standard feature. It costs us less just to put it in every car rather than producing both door panels and the mechanisms and all that. Which makes sense, you know, from a manufacturer standpoint. But, like, so BMW, rather than making two seats, one rigged up for heating and one rigged up for not heating, they just go, well, all of them have heating now, but it's not a standard feature. You still have to pay extra. And if you don't and you want it, well, you can just pay it every month. Oh, I'm sure, like, a lot of things are. Like, I feel like the Genie getting out of the bag that, like, the market will bear, like, subscription services is a dangerous precedent that we all kind of silently agreed to. And, like, yeah. Like, I do. I fully believe that, like, in a couple years, more things are going to start going that way. I mean, hell, look at, Adobe and Microsoft. Like, back in the day, if you wanted the Adobe Creative Suite, you bought the Adobe Creative Suite. It was like $400 or $500, but you bought, like, you know, CS6 or whatever, and you owned the entire Creative Suite, and you got, like, little to no updates. They were occasionally would be patches, but you were just kind of, like, left with what it was. Yeah, and there are like, I'm not going to say there aren't. I, for one, that do not like subscription bases. I would rather just buy something outright. And an unrelated note, remember, you can sub right here on Twitch. No, I'm kidding. I always find it funny whenever I rally against subscription stuff, whereas I literally have a subscription for me. There's literally a subscription. Oh, wait, what? Guess who didn't know there were zombies in here? Huh. Sure. Whoopsie daisy. Shame, but it's very expensive. You don't have to pay full price to use it. That's good. Yeah. But like I was saying, though, back in the day, you used to be able to buy the entire, like, Adobe Creative Suite for however much. And you owned it. You owned a license to all of those products, and you could use them as, you know, to your heart's content. Well, as a photographer, I have a need for Photoshop. And, of course, like, I do use it on here, like, with my lovely starting. Nope, that's the wrong one. Those are all Photoshops that I've done to, like, you know, jazz things up. So I pay Adobe about $20 a month for access to CS6, or not CS6, Creative Cloud. Whew, I didn't think I'd get both of them with those two socks. But yeah, like, while I get that, like, I'm getting Lightroom, Photoshop, and Bridge every month, they're fully updated. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, while I get that, like, yes, I am getting the current model of, you know, Creative Cloud. I'm getting the current model of Lightroom. And they will continue, as long as I have my subscription, they will always be the most up-to-date version of those. Oh no, they're poisonous now. So, because I lit the P Epsilon gas, the Ivies have mutated. They are now poisonous. But Leon has a flamethrower, and Leon doesn't give a shit. So burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. But yeah, like, I don't... But now stop talking, I have to go to bed. I'm sorry, I will literally... I mean, the nature of what I'm doing kind of prohibits me from stop talking. But please go to bed, it is like 6 in the morning for you. Like, you need your sleep, my man. Have a good night. Like I said, I will wish you a good night again. But I'm going to keep rambling. Like, I don't mind, though, that... Because this has moved on to just me idly bitching about something like the old man I am. Almost 7. Oof. Oof. Okay, don't try to fight the upgraded liquors with the flamethrower. It will not work. So... I do think it's funny, though. As soon as you get the upgraded shotgun, you now get upgraded liquors. Because the upgraded shotgun versus normal liquors, I feel like would be just easy. Okay, I'm going to try to get a little closer to both of them. Try to get them both with this shot. Yes! Okay, that could have gone worse. Yeah, I don't mind paying for a subscription. If it's a worthwhile subscription. Obviously. You know. Like, I sub the people on Twitch, I do all that. you know, I do have a Patreon subscription that I hold up constantly because I like the content they create. But, like, not everything needs that. Like, especially since, like, because of the way Adobe pushes out updates to make it seem like they're constantly doing something, we get a lot of broken software from Adobe. So we get things like the Creative Cloud where you don't, like, it just crashes every 5 minutes. Like, that's one of the reasons why I stopped using Premiere Pro. I loved Premiere Pro. Like, when I went to college, Premiere was the best editor. It was my favorite to use. Adobe has made it so that it's unusable to me. I've switched to DaVinci Resolve, which, by the way, if you are looking for an editing software, DaVinci Resolve is free, fully featured, and free. Like, more importantly, it is free. But, like, I don't mind paying. Like, I'm not really a cheap person. I'm not frugal. Not with you specifically. For the VOD. And for anybody else who happens to be here. Lurkers, I love you. You're beautiful people. Thank you for being you. I'm winging this because I don't... So there's two... Good. Backspace. U... E... Like I said, this is mostly Ralph is on a soapbox rant now. Good night. Please go to sleep. Like, I don't want you to be, like, late for something or, like, groggy tomorrow or today, technically. But yeah, like, I find a problem with, like, how bad Premiere got. Like, by the time I stopped using it, it was nigh unusable. Do I have a green herb with me? I do have a green herb with me. So we're gonna see something real fun real quick. We're gonna see what happens when you shoot a zombie with a magnum. Actually, don't think there's a reason for me to go in here. Or there might be. I don't know. The end of the beast scenario, for some reason, always eludes my memory. But we need to use 3 magnum rounds. Whoop. Yep. The magnum's a head popper. And the custom magnum is a bigger head popper. So, boom, there we go. 8 free magnum rounds. We get a 10-inch barrel. And a DOT 50 AE. I don't know what the DOT .50. I think that's actually a translation error. Because the 50 pertains to half of a caliber. Caliber being the number of balls that size that would equal 1 pound or something like that. Like, pretty much half inch. But it's .50 is in 0.5. But I think that's a translation error as far as I can tell. We're actually not going to use a custom magnum right now. I didn't even aim up, and it blew the top half of that zombie off. Custom shotgun's so good in this game. Oh, we did have to come in here. It's that master key I was looking for. Or power room key. Some kind of key. And that key, because I've been going a little over an hour now. So let's start heading back. We actually have 2 rooms we can go investigate in this part of the lab. So what say we start heading those ways? The lab part of the B scenario always kind of like eludes my memory. Actually, you know what? I don't think there's a ton left to do, so I think we're actually gonna call it here. Because I think there's too much to do to get it done in like a quick fashion, in my opinion. But not enough left to like get a whole episode if I continue. So I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna take from Groly's lead and we're gonna call it a night. So we're gonna slapdash a quick shave. And while the shave wraps up, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank Groly for coming in and seeing the dawn of light, or dawn of the next day with us. I want to thank Sadowski for hosting and hanging out and just popping in to say hi. Both those people, you should go check them out. They're awesome. 100% recommend. But that'll do it for me. We'll be back next Thursday with more Resident Evil 2. But before then, we'll be back Sunday with, I'm feeling another not horror game. I'm not sure what I'm going to play yet. It's a mystery, but we'll get there. I also, today, think I figured out what we're going to play next, and I'm kind of thrilled about it. But I'm not going to give up my secrets just yet. You have to tune in to see. And we'll be back Tuesday for Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I think we have probably 2 more parts of that. Maybe 3, but probably 2. And there's probably 1 more part of this. So next week we'll probably get the finale of this one. Then the week after, the finale of Resident Evil 2 Original, or Remake. But I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank the people who watch. I want to thank my beautiful, beautiful lurkers. Just in the shadows, watching, silent, ever vigilant. I love you. The best. But if I don't see you, have a good weekend. We've gotten through this week together. I'll see you all Sunday. Have a good night, and thank you for hanging out.